Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how I take on the Gunsmoke boss Berserker Barbarity, or BB for short. I'll be using this mixed team I put together. It's got a Tololo V6, Macchiato V6, Diane V2, Yuhi V3, and I'm borrowing a V6 Springfield. Okay, let me just move my units where I like them. Okay, so positioning is kind of important in the start because on turns 3, 5, and 7, 3 crates will spawn around the boss, one on the left in the front, one on the right in the front, and one in the back on the right. And you want to put units near those places and have one that's able to get the one in the back. You'll want to position your well, I like to position my team right in front of the boss, so I need one with good mobility, and that's where Diane comes in. And in order to make it to where I can actually have her get the crate and make it back in front of the boss so she can be guaranteed to be hit during the boss's turn so she can use interception, I have this key on her, this common key called Shattering Stone and Silk, which increases her movement up by one more tile, which is all that she really needs to be able to make it happen. It's always good to have some kind of buff cleanser because on every time the boss puts up his shield, which is on turns 3, 5, and 7, he also has a defensive buff that needs to be cleansed as soon as possible, or else he's going to take 2 less stability damage per attack and reduces the damage taken by 30%. So you want to cleanse that as soon as possible. And then with Macchiato, if you don't have any means of putting freeze debuffs on the target, you'll want her exclusive key, Heated Caramel, so she gets Murderous Intent, which gives plenty of damage bonus to one target, which will make up for the bonus damage you would get from having from the target having any type of freeze debuffs. And we'll go ahead and start this. And let's start with Yuhi. Put her here. Use her ultimate so you can get the buffs up. Doesn't matter what step you use or who you put it on. And use her skill 1. And again, doesn't matter what step you use, who you use it on. I like to use step 2 this time, so I can put shelter on everyone. I'll put Springfield here, use her ultimate, get those hydro buffs up, get her summon out. So she had full Convectus Index, she gets an extra turn. And then I have her use the skill 2 on Tololo so she can get the 6 stacks of shared telepathy. And we'll move Diane down here. Use her skill 2. And then her ultimate. Now, because mine is a V2, she gets her Convectus Index and her stacks of tuning so quickly that I don't have to worry about not having enough of either. If yours is a V1 or V0, you're probably going to be ending up using her skill 1 instead, except for when the shield is up, then you want to use the ultimate, because you want to do as much damage as you can to that shield so you can take it down sooner than later, so you can start doing damage to the boss again. But since mine's a V2 and I have the expansion key, I can just spam skill 2 and ultimate on the boss to try to maximize my damage with her. Now I'll move her right directly in front of the boss so she can get hit, since one of the attacks the boss uses hits the closest and the furthest target, and that'll activate her interception. I'll end her turn. Put Macchiato right here. Use her ultimate. Use her skill 1. And then I'll move Tololo here. Use her skill 1. Use her skill 2. Then use her ultimate. Alright, so we'll start with Yuhi, use her skill 1, and I'll just be using her skill 1 the whole time, her skill 1 and her ultimate the whole time, for the whole fight. We'll use her step 2 now to cleanse the debuffs off Diane, because that debuff, called Keen Carving, not only does it put a DOT on the target, but if you cleanse it, it puts stacks of critical cascade on all your units, and each stack of critical cascade gives you 10% increased critical damage for 2 turns. Alright, then we'll go to Springfield. Nope, we'll go to Diane. We'll go to Diane. Use her skill 2. And her ultimate. End her turn. Now normally I would use Springfield right after Yuhi, but not this turn because Tololo still has 3 stacks of shared telepathy. So all I'm going to do is use Tololo now, use her to get her to use up her last 3 stacks of shared telepathy. Using her skill 1. Her skill 2. And her ultimate. And then I'll have Springfield use skill 2 to put the 6 stacks of shared telepathy right back on Tololo. Then I'll use Macchiato skill 1. Okay, we'll start with Yuhi. Use her skill 1, which cleanses that shield debuff he had. And then we're going to use her step 2, and it don't matter who you put it on, we're going to put it on Macchiato to get, because she's got 3 stacks of it. That debuff. And of course it cleanses everyone anyways, since it activated Best Dancer. And then I'll use Springfield. Springfield's S1, skill 1. Get that to stability damage and some damage to its shield. Then I'll have Diane come up here and grab this crate. Get her as close as I can. Skill 2. Ultimate. And move her right back in front of the boss. And I'll put get Macchiato, get her crate. Then use her skill 1. Then we'll have Tololo get her crate. Move back, use her skill 1. And her action. She gets an extra action, skill 2. And the action, she gets another action, her ultimate. And end the turn. Okay, so Springfield's summon is gone, so we'll start with Springfield this time and use her ultimate to bring her summon back. Also, we'll cleanse all our debuffs and put all our stacks of critical cascade up to 10, which is the max. Then we'll use skill 2, even though Tololo still has 3 stacks of shared telepathy. I'm going to refresh it, that way, since the boss will have a shield the next turn, she'll still have 3 stacks left over during that, going into the next turn, and I'll be able to use Springfield skill 1. Okay, then we're going to go to Yuhi, use her ultimate. Get those buffs up, and since there's no debuffs, you could just do her step 1 and put on whoever you want. I like to put it on Diane. I'm going to use her skill 1 again. And step 1 again. And then we'll use Diane's skill 2. Use her ultimate. And turn, use Macchiato's skill 1. And then Tololo's going to use her skill 1. And the action, she gets another action, her skill 2. That's the action, gets another action, her ultimate. And the turn. We'll start with Yuhi's skill 1. And as you can see, there's the white shield defense buff the boss has. Using her skill 1, we'll cleanse it. And then we'll use her step 2. I'll put it on Diane. Then we'll go to Springfield and use her skill 1. Then we'll have Diane go get the crate in the back. Move her as close as possible, as close as I can. Use her skill 2. Use her ultimate. Move her back in front of the boss. End the turn. Have Macchiato grabs the crate. Move back. Use her ultimate. Use her skill 1. And have Tololo grab her crate. Move back. Use her skill 1. And her action. She gets another action. Skill 2. And the action. She gets another action. Her ultimate. In the turn. Okay, we'll start with Yuhi skill 1. Use her step 2. Doesn't matter who you put it on. I'm going to put it on Macchiato. It'll activate Best Dancer and cleanse everyone's debuffs, refreshing everyone's critical cascade buff. Then we'll go to Springfield. Use skill 2 on Tololo. Put those 6 stacks of shared telepathy back on her. I'll go to Diane. We'll use her skill 2. Her ultimate. And turn. Use Macchiato's skill 1. And have Tololo use her skill 1. And the action, she gets a second action, or gets another action, use her skill 2. And her action, she gets another action, use her ultimate. End the turn. Alright, and then Springfield's summon is gone now, so we'll start with Springfield, use her ultimate to resummon her summon. Got her Hydro buffs up. Then we'll use her skill 1. Get that stability index down, do some damage to that shield. Then we'll go to Yuhi, use her ultimate. Now we'll just use step 1. Doesn't matter who you pick. Use her skill 1. Use her step 1. Doesn't matter who you pick. Then we'll have Diane get this crate up here. Move her down as much as possible. Use her skill 2. Use her ultimate. Have her move her back. Macchiato grab this crate, and I guess just move her as close as you can. Use your skill 1. Okay, have Tololo come get the last crate. Put her back. Use her skill 1. And the action, she gets another action. Skill 2. And the action. Then ultimate. And the boss is dead. Alright. There's these stats. Don't know if you guys are interested in this or not, but here you go. And that's it. Thanks for watching.